TLC, The Rise and Fall by Charity Turner. TLC is an American girl group formed in Atlanta, Georgia in 1990. The group's best-known lineup was composed of Tion T-Boz Watkins, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Rozonda Chili Thomas. The group enjoyed success during the 1990s with 9 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, including 4 number-one singles, Creep, Waterfalls, No Scrubs, and Unpretty. The group also recorded 4 multi-platinum albums, including Crazy Sexy Cool. Two of the members, Tion Watkins and Lisa Lopez, were originally part of a group called Second Nature with Crystal Jones. The group's name was TLC Ski, with TLC being an acronym for the 3 girls' first name. Due to conflicts within the group, Crystal Jones left, and as a 2-member group, TLC Ski was featured on a track for Damien Dame's 1991 self-titled album. In 1991, Rozonda Thomas, a part-time backup dancer for Damien Dame, was chosen to be the 3rd member of the group. Eventually, the group's name was shortened to TLC, with Thomas changing her name to Chili to fit the acronym. TLC gained success in the early 90s with hits like Creep, Waterfalls, and Digging on You. Amidst their apparent success, the members of TLC filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on July 3, 1995. TLC declared debts totaling $3.5 million, some of it due to Lopez's insurance payment arising from the arson incident and Watkins' medical bills, but the primary reason being that the group received what they call a less than favorable deal from Pebbletone. TLC spent much of 1996 getting their financial affairs in order and were set to re-enter the studio in the summer of 1997. Friction began to arise between the group and their main producer, Dallas Austin, who was romantically involved with Thomas. Austin wanted $4.2 million in creative control to work on the album, resulting in a standoff between the producer and the artist. TLC eventually began working with other producers for their 3rd album, until finally negotiating with Austin, who produced the bulk of their album. Lopez always had an idea of a futuristic feel for the project, which Austin incorporated into the album. Titled Fan Mail, the album was released in February 1999. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart and was certified 6-time platinum. During and after the release of Fan Mail, Lopez made it known to the press on multiple occasions that she felt that she was unable to express herself in TLC fully. Her contributions to song had been reduced to periodic 8-bar raps, and there were several songs in which she had no vocals. In 1999, Lopez challenged Watkins and Thomas to use individual album sales to see which TLC member was most popular. She signed a solo deal with Suge Knight's Death Row in January 2002, though she also worked on a 4th album with TLC. She stated, "I challenged Tion Player Watkins T-Boz and Rozonda Hater Thomas Chili to an album entitled The Challenge, a 3-CD set that contains 3 solo albums. Each album will be due to the record label by October 1st, 2000. I also challenged producer Dallas the Manipulator Austin to produce all the material and do it at a fraction of his normal rate. As I think about it, I'm sure LaFace would not mind throwing in a $1.5 million prize for the winner." Conflict between group members is not uncommon. In the case of TLC, one group member felt that their creative freedom wasn't allowed to be expressed, while the other two believed she was being selfish. It is always beneficial for group members to compromise and listen to each other's opinions. Having an informal one-on-one with each group member involved in the conflict can allow each member to hear their concern in a safe and confidential setting. On April 25, 2002, Lopez was in a car crash while filming a documentary in Honduras and died. The surviving members of TLC completed 3D, the album on which they were working on, and released it in November. Following the death of Lopez, TLC decided to continue as a duo. TLC is one of the greatest selling girl groups of all time. They touched on very serious and taboo topics like AIDS and among other things. Their songs like Waterfall, Unpretty, and What About Your Friends were all songs that had very special messages in them and are still useful in today's world.